1012, welcome back. Right now I'm with Carlos Salmon, the partner and wealth manager at Wooster Square Advisors here to talk a little bit about the importance of financial planning and how he found himself in the industry. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. It's great to be here.
So tell us a little bit more about yourself and how you got into it.
Yeah, well, I am the son of a black successful serial entrepreneur. My father immigrated here from Jamaica as a teenager and ultimately retired in his 50s. I think primarily because he knew what he wanted to do, and he really knew and figured out what he needed to do to get there.
Now, for a lot of us, when we talk about financial planning and investments, a lot of us find it very intimidating. What do we need to know, and what should people be thinking about if they haven't really started yet?
Yeah, well, it's funny because a lot of my clients have actually came to me that way. It is overwhelming to some, but the fact of the matter is that it's okay to not know where to begin. First and foremost, you really have to know and understand what you're looking for and what you need to do to get there, and then finding someone who can help you to achieve those goals by working with a professional like myself.
All right, so talk a little bit more about getting started. What do we need to keep in mind? And what should we be thinking about as far as finding the right person to be in charge of that? Because for someone, I mean, anybody is going to say, hey, that's a lot of responsibility for me to just put in somebody's lap and just to trust somebody like that.
Of course, of course.
People have apprehensions, right? It's normal.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, first you want to find somebody that you have a good relationship with, you have a good rapport with. That's the first and most important thing, because you can't really turn something over to them until you're able to trust that they are going to be able to steer you in the right direction. The second thing is really, really important is again, finding somebody that has a good process to help you establish and define, have clear goals, because you want to make sure those are prioritized so that you have a clear balance between what you need today and what you're going to need in the future. And having that clarity is key.
I'll talk a little bit more about financial planning, because there's a lot more other than 401ks. We're talking about trusts and things like that. We want to make sure, if we're able to, that we are able to take care of our families. But
Absolutely.
we need to have certain things in place to do that, right?
Correct. I mean, like everybody says, the first thing you want to make sure is you have your savings, your emergency savings put aside. That could be anywhere between 3 and 6 months worth of your general expenses. But then also you want to make sure that you start to fund and save for retirement as well. Outside of the traditional 401ks and IRAs, things like that, you want to make sure that you have extra money set aside so that you can look for some of that medium-term spending that you might want to use, so that you're not drawing down only from your retirement accounts in the future, that you have a diversity of your where your money is coming from.
Before our time runs out, because it will, let's talk a little bit about tips. What do you have for us as far as things to avoid and things we should maybe make sure we're doing right away?
Yeah, well, absolutely. First and foremost, make sure you're saving money. That's definitely going to be key. The second thing is, like I said, I keep saying this enough. I can't say this enough. Make sure you know where your cash is going, right? The second thing is having clear and defined goals. And then the third thing is making sure that we're working with a professional, like someone like myself.
And what would you say is, as far as you're saying, make sure you pay yourself, right? I know a lot of people have so many bills and so many things to sort of play, but maybe they forget about their 401k and retirement, and that's probably the number one thing to do, right?
Every person's situation is a little bit different, but standard, typically what we try to say is to start saving between 10 and 15% of your paycheck.
Okay.
The very first thing that comes out goes straight to the retirement accounts. It might sting a little at first, but over time, you really lose track of it, and you notice that it's starting to fund.
You start to not notice that it's missing because it's here and it's gone right away, right?
Exactly.
Oh, well, thanks so much. We do appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
Really important tips for everybody.